who are all independent directors on our board, Mr. Mukesh Garg, CFO, and Mr. Amit Jain, who addressed you earlier, Company Secretary. They are also present here. Besides, representative of the statutory auditors and the secretarial auditors of the company are also present. Uh, Let me inform that Mr. A. Siddharth is chairman of Audit Committee. Mr. Samsher Singh Elawat is the chairman of Stakeholders Relationship Committee, and Mr. Prem Prakash Mirdha is the chairman of Nomination and Remuneration Committee. The company has made requisite registers available for inspection by the members online on the website of the company till the conclusion of this meeting. As you all know, in view of the ongoing pandemic situation of COVID-19 and pursuant to the MCA and SEBI circulars, the company has provided the facility to its members to join this meeting through video conferencing. Other audio-visual means, along with the facility to view this meeting on live webcast on the platform of Kafin Technologies. I now invite Mr. Gagan Banga, Vice Chairman, MD, and CEO of the company, to apprise the shareholders on the company's performance and significant developments during the year 2020-21. Over to you, Mr. Banga.
Thank you, sir. Dear shareholders, on the company's business review, I would like to state that the year gone by has been unprecedented in all our lives. At the beginning of 2020, few of us could have anticipated the profound challenges that the world would face in the months ahead. The COVID-19 pandemic prompted an unprecedented health crisis, loss of lives and livelihood for millions, and large-scale economic disruption around the globe. Medical researchers the world over rose to the challenge, and by December 2020, the first vaccine to counter the infection were approved. By early 2021, multiple vaccines were rolled out across the world, raising hopes of finally containing the pandemic. India did well to control the spread of infections in the first wave, and supported by government and RBI's initiatives, the battered economy clawed its way back to growth from October-November 2020 onwards. However, the sharp rise in COVID-19 cases since March 21 has led to the reimposition of restrictions in various states and cities, which has again impacted economic activity. The spiraling count of infections and deaths seen in early April and May has now receded, and the economy is tentatively opening up again. Vaccination has gathered a very good pace, and it would not be overly optimistic to hope that we may finally be getting to a stage where we can put the devastating aspect of the pandemic behind us. Supported by generous monetary and fiscal measures by central banks and governments the world over, including in India, deep economic damage seems to have been contained. And it is expected that the world economy will be nurtured back to good health over the next couple of years. Specific to the company's business, the one silver lining through the last year has been the resurgence of the real estate sector. Supported by favorable factors such as vastly increased affordability, attractive prices offered by developers, lucrative payment plans, and low interest rates, after more than a decade, the sector witnessed strong revival across all price segments. Despite the economic toll imposed by the second wave, by all evidence, residential real estate demand continues to remain strong. Our balance sheet size at the end of fiscal 21 stood at rupees 93,238 crores, while total loan assets stood at 80,741 crores. Our on-balance sheet loan book stood at 66,047 crores at the end of fiscal 21, as we were successful in bringing down our wholesale book in line with our strategy to de-risk our balance sheet and focus on retail lending. Profit after tax for the year stood at 1,202 crores. Financial year 21 was a year of repair and transition for the company, and the focus was on building a fortress balance sheet. Towards this, the company focused on three pillars. Number one, building up capital buffers. Number two, liquidity and ALM management. Number three, asset quality and provision cover. Despite an extremely challenging year due to the ongoing pandemic, in the year gone by, the company raised a total of $515 million of equity or quasi-equity capital through a qualified institutional placement, partial sale of its investment in Oak North Bank, and a fully convert and an FCCB issuance. As a result of the capital raise, our capital adequacy at a standalone level now stands at 22.8% and Tier 1 at 16.3%. At a net gearing of 3.4 times on a consolidated basis, your company is one of the least levered companies amongst its peers. From a liquidity perspective, fiscal 21 was a year of strong revival. Your company raised 21,305 crores of debt, 3,773 crores of regulatory equity stroke quasi-equity capital, and 8,938 crores through portfolio sell down stroke refinance, thus raising a total of 34,016 crores during the year. Your company continued to maintain strong liquidity levels and deployed excess liquidity in repurchasing debt maturity in the quarters ahead, such that the ALM is optimally matched. Your company's asset quality has remained stable through all 4 quarters of fiscal 21. We have built up total provisions of 2,458 crores on balance sheet, which is almost 3 times of the regulatory requirement and equivalent to a healthy 3.7% of our loan book. Our outstanding retail loan book is now well seasoned with an average vintage of the book close to 4 years. Being EMI-based loans, the loan principal has been running down, and thus the borrower equity in the finance property has significantly increased, leading to current low loan-to-values. Average loan-to-value is now under 40%, implying an asset cover of over 2.5 times. Thus, despite the economic stress arising from COVID-induced lockdowns and restrictions, the loans are well collateralized with significant customer equity and provides confidence that the asset quality will be maintained. 2 other significant areas of achievement for your company in fiscal 21 have been improved cost efficiency and stabilization in credit rating. In conducting a profitable business, a key lever with housing finance companies or NBFCs is the cost to income. A non-bank lender such as your company has only limited immediate control over the other expense items like cost of funds and credit costs, which can be only reined in over medium to long term. Our technology-based lending workflow has ensured industry-leading cost to income efficiencies. The senior management took the lead in reducing operating expenses and took up to 50% salary cuts. Consequently, employee benefit expenses for fiscal 21 was down to rupees 252 crores from 605 crores in fiscal 20. As a result, the company's cost to income ratio declined to 12.8% from 16.2% in fiscal 20. In the past, the company's main means of employee reward and compensation was through wage increment. The company is now changing its approach to managerial compensation to now be largely stock linked, such that the long-term interests of this key category of employees that drive the company's business is closely linked with that of the company. Through fiscal 21-22, which will be a year of transition and growth, the company will focus on building the foundation of the asset-light business model it laid in fiscal 21. We will invest in people and technology, even if this means that the expenses are front-loaded. As we do so, a meaningful stock benefit scheme combined with long-term incentive plans will give the company an effective means to reward its employees and will also serve as a means of employee retention, as significant wealth of employees will be locked into stock-based compensation. A big win for your company in fiscal 21 is the revision in CRISIL's rating outlook to AA with stable outlook. After 2 years of negative outlook on our credit rating, the ratings have finally stabilized. This gives immense comfort to our lenders as it removes the overhang of a possible downward rating revision. I firmly believe that the rating trajectory is now on a firm footing, and as the business gathers momentum, I am hopeful of an upward revision in our credit ratings. Stabilization in our credit rating trajectory in fiscal 21 was helped by our demonstrated access to equity capital. An upward rating revision to AA plus from all rating agencies will open up vast pools of lower cost capital to the company. Insurance companies and pension funds cannot meaningfully buy debt of companies that are rated below AA plus. Moreover, these investors have a longer investment horizon, which will be an optimal match for your company's long maturity assets and thus bode well for its ALM. Cost of funds will also meaningfully drop. I firmly believe that another capital raise in fiscal 22, along with stable asset quality and progress in business through our co-lending tie-ups, will enable the company to push for rating upgrade to AA plus. While the capital raise will lead to dilution and a reduction in leverage, the fall in cost of funds will ensure that there is an overall increase in ROE. As I had highlighted in my letter to shareholders last year, we have made great strides towards fully adopting a retail-focused asset-light business model. With greater focus on granular retail loans, we shall let our higher ticket loans, especially wholesale loans, and down or refinance. Most important area for us to effectively scale up this model is our co-lending relationships. In April 21, we have entered into a co-lending arrangement with HDFC Limited, the country's largest housing finance company, to offer housing loans to home buyers at competitive rates. Indiabulls Housing will originate retail home loans as per jointly drawn up credit policy and retain 20% of the loan on its books and 80% will be on HDFC's books. IBH will service the loan accounts throughout the life cycle of the loan and will earn a trail income over the life of the loan. Integration with HDFC Limited will give IBH the benefit of a large franchise, scale, and robust credit appraisal processes, and will act as a cornerstone to IBH's new balance sheet light growth business model. For secured MSME loans, our relationship with RBL Bank is progressing well, with disbursals scaling up. We've also tied up with Bank of Baroda for home loans and Central Bank of India for home loans and secured MSME loans. With our co-lending partnerships falling in place, we can now leverage on their deposit liability franchise and complement that with our technology-led distribution to provide efficient solutions around home loans and MSME loans to a wide gamut of customers across geographies, ticket size, and yield spectrum to give us balance sheet light growth and profitability. Moreover, technology-led co-lending will help IBH offer convenient and seamless experience to its customers, as well as help expand its reach into tier 3 and 4 towns of the country. The company's earnings have stabilized through the quarters of fiscal 21. Accordingly, the board of directors of your company have paid a dividend of ₹9 per share in the financial year fiscal 21. Your company has resolved to stand by its employees in these tough times and help them to the best of its abilities. We have tied up with multiple hospitals and are conducting vaccination camps at our offices across the company to vaccinate all our employees and their families. About 70% of the company's employees have already been vaccinated. We are also regularly monitoring the health of our employees who have got affected by COVID-19. For employees that have lost their life to COVID-19, the company is making suitable arrangements such that the financial future of the employee's immediate family is secured. Fiscal 21 was a year of repair and transition for the company. We focused on have been successful in building a fortress balance sheet, Equity capital raises have boosted our capital levels. Our asset quality is stable, and we have an optimally matched balance sheet. In fiscal 21, the company has also laid the foundation of its new retail focused asset light model. Fiscal 21-22, we will rely on a strong and experienced senior and mid management team and a tech enabled low cost distribution with an established originate and securitize model, as well as strong partners for co-lending. We will continue to move forward on letting go of wholesale assets and scaling up our retail disbursements. Our strength is origination and servicing of loans. Our partner strength is access to low cost granular deposits and CASA. So collaboration is the right way forward. Our partners warehousing what's acceptable to them and enable mutual earning compounding. Prior to 2020, be it in professional or personal life, there were many things that we were matter-of-factly we took for granted. Within a couple of weeks in 2020, the COVID-19 pandemic upended our way of life. We could not move about freely, could not meet near and dear ones, could not pursue our vocation unhindered. It cut off access to education for our children and left us in fear of our very lives. I particularly despair for the less privileged sections of society who have seen their livelihoods vanish overnight and have been forced to venture out and fend for themselves. For all the progress that mankind has made, neither could we foresee nor did we have the time to prepare for this pandemic that has wreaked absolute havoc. While COVID-19 pandemic is something that we did not see coming, there is another disaster that has been brewing for a while now, and one that scientists have been warning us about for several years. The effects of human-induced climate change and environmental damage are predicted to be far more prolonged and disastrous, and there would be no vaccine-like which solutions to solve it in a couple of years. Individuals and businesses should treat the COVID-19 pandemic as a wake-up call and come together to fight the vastly greater threat and challenge that climate change and environmental damage poses. As a housing financer, we are also in a unique position to help with one of humanity's basic needs, shelter. Affordable housing finance is not just a key business segment for us, but is also a means by which we can make efficient funding available for purchase of affordable housing units to many first-time home buyers. With our push into new upcountry locations, I am happy that we can help more families buy their first house. We will be able to do so with minimal carbon footprint through our technology-enabled low-cost branches. From this year onwards, environmental and social consciousness will be key considerations in every aspect of Indiabulls Housing's operations. Like we report our performance in terms of profits and other financial parameters, our annual report for fiscal 22 onwards will also contain objective, measurable figures on environmental and social parameters. And just like our financial performance is evaluated and peer benchmarked by independent external agencies, such as auditors and rating agencies, we will submit our effort in this direction to be evaluated by recognized ESG rating agencies. The company will also focus on making its workforce more diverse across gender, age, social, and economic segments. We are taking objective targets for fiscal 27 and fiscal 32 to balance out gender ratio amongst our employees. The company believes in recruiting young graduates and training them towards higher positions of responsibility within the organization. Campus recruitment drives and greater engagement with colleges across the country would be another area of focus this year.
Perfect.
Many aspects of the company's operations, such as our paperless e-home loans appraisal process, electricity and water saving initiatives, are guided by a desire to reduce environmental impact. Our social initiatives comprise the work we do working closely with our employees to become their preferred employer, creating superior experiences for our customers, and towards developing superior communities in a sustainable manner. We are also committed towards achieving the highest standard of corporate governance by staying true to our core values of customer first, transparency, integrity, and professionalism. We are continually working towards implementing robust, resilient, and best in class corporate practices in every facet of our operations and in all spheres of our activities to generate higher returns and maximizing shareholder value. From this year onwards, ESG metrics will be a key part of evaluation of all the company's processes and performance measurement of teams and individuals. Looking back, I am proud of the effectiveness with which the company and its people have navigated the crisis and would like to commend the commitment that all my colleagues have shown in supporting the company as well as each other throughout this challenging period. I would also like to extend my sincere thanks and appreciation to our customers, lenders, investors, regulators, our board of directors, and our other stakeholders for supporting us in our long-term growth journey. Now, with the permission of the chairman, I would like to state that A, for company's 16th AGM being held today, the company has sent notice dated June 29, 2021 to all its shareholders and other stakeholders. B, both the auditor's report and report of secretarial auditors are unqualified and without any adverse observation or comments. With the permission of the chairman, I now request Company Secretary Mr. Amit Jain to conduct the rest of the meeting. Thank you.
Amit, you are on mute.
Mr. Amit, you are on mute. We request you to continue.
Thank you, sir. Dear shareholders, trust all of you have read the AGM notice dated 29 June 2021, auditor's report, and the report of the secretarial auditors. Now, with the permission of the members, I would take these as read. Now, I would like to inform that the company had provided the facility of remote e-voting to all its members to cast their vote electronically from 10 a.m. on 26 July till 5 p.m. on 28 July on the agenda as per AGM notice. Those shareholders who did not participate in this remote voting can vote electronically in this meeting, for which the company is providing 30 minutes window. The company has appointed Mr. Nishant Mittal, Chartered Accountant, as the scrutinizer to scrutinize the remote voting process as well as the voting at this meeting in a fair and transparent manner. He is also present at the meeting. The results of the e-voting and voting at this meeting will be declared on or before 31st July 2021, which shall be placed on the website of the company and of KFintech. These results will also be forwarded to BSE Limited and the NSE Limited, at which the shares of the company are listed. Now we will open the floor for Q&A session for those members who have registered themselves as a speaker for this meeting. However, to ensure smooth interaction and participation in Q&A session, members are requested to note that Ms. Rajita is the moderator for this session. She will invite pre-registered speaker members one by name. The speaker members are requested to unmute their audio before speaking and also enable the webcam if they wish to appear on the video. Members are requested to take their name, folio number, and DP ID and client ID and their location. To enable all registered speaker members to ask questions, we request the members to be brief as far as possible and restrict themselves within 2 minutes for placing their questions, which shall only pertain to the AGM agenda. To avoid repetition, answers to all questions will be provided at the end. I now request moderator to commence the Q&A session. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Amit. Now I request our first speaker for the session, Mr. Abhishek J, to kindly unmute your audio, switch on your webcam. to kindly unmute your audio, switch on your webcam and speak.
होल्डर के लिए डिविडेंड के प्रति भी पूरे सजग रहे हैं, किया भी है, अपने कमिटमेंट्स को ऑनर किया है। और अध्यक्ष जी ने जो सबसे अच्छी बात तो लगी कि जो HDFC के साथ टाई अप किया है लोन देने के मामले में, उसका इम्पैक्ट हमारे आने वाले समय में हमारी कंपनी के लाभ और वित्त पे बहुत अच्छा पड़ेगा। ये हमेशा हमें विश्वास रहेगा। और सबसे बड़ी अच्छी जो बात है, कंपनी का उद्देश्य कंपनी चलाना और लाभ अर्जित करना भी होता है, लेकिन अध्यक्ष जी ने इन दोनों चीजों के साथ साथ जो अपने स्टाफ के वेलफेयर के लिए इस कोरोना महामारी टीकाकरण या अन्य चीजों के लिए जो किया वह बहुत प्रशंसनीय और सराहनीय है, क्योंकि जो हमारे वर्किंग स्टाफ ही सही रहेगा जब भी हमारी कंपनी आगे बढ़ के अच्छा काम करेगी, ये हमें उम्मीद है। मैं अध्यक्ष जी को एक सुझाव देना चाहता हूं कि जो लोन के लिए यदि कोई शेयर होल्डर अप्लाई करता है तो अध्यक्ष जी कोई ऐसा कोई कॉलम उसमें बना दे कि जो शेयर होल्डर को जो इंटरेस्ट में थोड़ी छूट मिल जाए, तो वो एक शेयर होल्डर के लिए भी बढ़िया रहेगा और कंपनी का बिजनेस भी अच्छा बढ़ेगा। और जो शेयर होल्डर कोई लोन लेना चाहता है हाउसिंग, तो वो अपनी कंपनी के साथ जुड़ेगा, जिससे हमारी कंपनी को भी लाभ होगा। आपकी इतनी सुदृढ़ मैनेजमेंट है जिसके हाथों में भविष्य शुरू से लेकर आज तक अच्छा ही रहा है। आज या कितना भी टाइम खराब हो, लेकिन इंडिया बुल्स ही है। और सर, इस माध्यम से जुड़ने के लिए बहुत हिचक हो रही थी कि कैसे जुड़ेंगे, आपसे बात कर पाएंगे या नहीं कर पाएंगे, जुड़ेंगे। लेकिन जो हमारे CS हैं अमित जी और उनकी टीम, वो हमेशा इस मीटिंग में को जोड़ने में हमें कहा कि नहीं, आप जुड़िए, चेयरमैन साहब के सामने जो भी बात है रखिए, वो अवश्य सुनेंगे। ऐसे ही उनको निर्देश आपने दिया हुआ था, ये भी बहुत अच्छा लगा। ये आपकी गुड कॉर्पोरेट गवर्नेंस का परिचायक है। और कोई छोटी मोटी क्वेरी भी यदि शेयर संबंधित होती है तो अमित जी के नेतृत्व में उनकी टीम तुरंत रेक्टिफाई कर देती है। और ये इसी तरह का विश्वास हमारा हमेशा बना रहेगा और यही अच्छी कामना करते हैं। कंपनी हमारी आगे भविष्य में आगे बढ़ेगी और हमारा भी ध्यान रखेगी और सबका ध्यान रखेगी। नमस्कार, जय हिंद।
Thank you, Mr. Ajay Kumar Jain. Now I request our next speaker, Ms. Celeste Elizabeth Mascarenhas, to kindly unmute your audio, switch on your webcam and speak.
Hello, can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, madam, you are audible.
Audible, na? Okay. Respected ex-governor, RBI Chairman Mr. Subhash Mundra, VC, MD, CEO, CFO Mukesh Garg, and very, very honorable directors on this board, and my fellow shareholders. My name is Mrs. C.E. Mascarenhas. I am from Bombay. Folio number 120-5x0-90218. First of all, I thank the company secretary, Mr. Amit Jain, and his team for sending me e-annual report and also SAB request to speak. Also here, I will thank the Registry Fintech who has made this platform for attending and speaking. Annual report is good, informative, self-explanatory. But I would like a physical copy as my eyes water very badly when reading online. We are senior citizens. This is the problem of online, what is going so quick. But what to do? This COVID has done all these things. Now, working is good, but as you have spelt it, that our company wants to be asset light, and therefore a dividend of 9 rupees is given, which is good. I also endorse the view going of asset light, because when our management and all thought of taking and had mind of taking Lakshmi Vilas Bank, where I have like anything, more than 1,000 shares, they have just gayabed, and the DBS is enjoying the benefit. I can quote many such examples. Sir, we are the third largest housing finance company, as it is given in our annual report. I think that DHFL X was second largest finance company, housing finance. And myself, I'm talking about myself, as I could not afford HDFC because it was already high, and I went to go on investing in the DHFL share. Not from now, it was about 30 years back, and I was attending and everything, and my shares are still also in the physical form, demat, in physical form. And now the problem is terrible. I have lost those shares. Dematting has become very much problem because signature differ. Though I also came from banking industry where I used to sign huge number of drafts and pay orders, but then also my signature seems it is different. And okay, it will give, my banker will authorize, but they want that indemnity and all that. So then in this COVID, it is impossible to go. So whatever we have little old wealth, that also we can't make it demand because the physical window is gone out of the window. So I expect our honorable directors, there are really very good directors now on the board. So I request you all that you do something in this matter, even getting an insurance like cover for the shares. How we have DICGC covers for deposit, we should have even for the equity capital, because now more and more people are going, because your rate of interest is going down like anything. What I would get 5-10 years back, now I'm getting 1/3. I am a retiree. 20 years back I am retired. So it is becoming, life is becoming somewhat difficult, but it is whatever it is. God is great. Now my query, sir, the share of the loan applications, what you have spelled it to make 55% by FY27 and 75% by FY32. So what is the percentage of e-loan applications as of now, today, this year or this quarter? So we are certified as ISO 14001 2015. What other certifications we have? Anything from the end of carbon means CO2 zero. We have this sort of some certification. Number 3, how many borrowers, percentage I want, who got the ex gratia of the government of India, RBI, in the waiver of interest, that is penal interest, interest on interest, for that COVID period. 4, we have a good rating from CRISIL, ICRA, CARE, and also Brickworks. What is our home loan rate to our customers? Also, what is the rate for MSME rate? So why do we have 30 banks? We are banking with 30 banks, means commercial, private, every type of bank. So can you give can you color on this aspect? So our NPA is 1.59%. Has it come down in this quarter? You just throw light. Sir, I would like sustainable, responsible growth with asset light and rewarding the small investors. So I'm very happy with the good CSR work done through the NGOs and our foundations. Also, 21 crores was given to our Honorable PM Care Funds. It is very good. My next is, are all our 3,480 employees, Yes, I want to wish the company all the best. I would have liked to, if it was physical meeting, many points I would have sent out, but the restriction of the time. With this, I wish you and the team all the best. Old glory, 3 times of the market capital. I have lost now nearly 2 or 3 times of the market capital, which was about 2 years back. So I want that to be restored under the guidance of a very, very honorable directors. With this, thank you, and I wish all gold. wealth and prosperity for the company. And thank you, Gan Banga. He often comes on the TV and keeps us informed. This has happened, that has happened, and we are solving. That's a very good thing. You please keep on, because that virtual is becoming very difficult. TV is becoming very tolerable. So with this, thank you once again.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Now I request our next speaker, Mr. Mahinder Pal Bhutani. We request you to kindly unmute your audio, switch on your webcam and speak.
Hello.
Yes, sir. You are audible. Kindly
Good
your question.
board members and management team. First of all, I would like to opportunity to put my views and questions on the item of the agenda. So, my question is, what are the challenges and to counter the competitive platform? Number two, what action plan on asset quality and capital improvement in the pandemic environment? And what are the steps company has taken to strengthen business?
Madam Moderator, I can't hear Mr. Bhutani. I will not be able to respond if I can't hear his question.
Yes, sir. Mr. Bhutani, we are not able to get your voice clearly.
बुजुर्गों ने भी सिरों हाथ दिया क्योंकि उनको एहसास है
Mr.
कि हर
Bhutani,
शिकार नहीं किया जा सकता. हम कई कंपनियों को देखते हैं, बहुत बड़ी फिगर देते हैं, हकीकत में नहीं होता, मगर हमारी कंपनी
Mr. Bhutani, we request you to
संबंध में
kindly check your audio and we
बहुत
will
कार्य
call you
उठाए हैं
back. Thank you.
और हमारे शेयर होल्डर
Now I request our next speaker shareholder, Mr. Mahinder Ramiklal, to kindly unmute your audio, switch on your webcam and speak.
Hello, am I audible? Hello?
Yes, you are audible, sir.
Okay. Good morning to everyone. My name is Mahendra Kanakya and I am a shareholder, and my questions are, number one, company must undertake investigation in 3 matters. Number one, loan classified as unsecured due to lack of paperwork or incomplete paperwork in past. This was discussed in a quarterly conference call. Number two, SEBI warning letter regarding conference call. Number three, shareholders were or are not allowed to ask the question during quarterly conference call. During the quarterly conference call, company must investigate these 3 matters and prepare report which would include at least number one, who were responsible for this. Number two, why and how this has happened. Based on investigation, company must take action, including returning of the salary and other benefit, and sacking all those, including directors who were responsible. Number two, I have written an email to Mr. Banga and other, for which I have not received reply. So I am reading out that email and need the answer. The subject of email was, so you got the warning letter from SEBI, for which I have wrote to you few months ago. Email is as follow. Dear all, I have written email to you a few months ago requesting you to invite everybody and inform to the exchange about the conference
We
call.
request you to kindly confine your questions related to AGM here, please. Thank you.
But madam, I have seen that many people, many shareholders ask unrelated to the AGM, and I am a shareholder. When I call the company, they don't answer the question. When I send the email, they don't answer. This is my right to ask the question. So please do not disturb me. Okay. So number two, I have written email to Mr. Banga and other, for which I have not received reply. So I am reading out that email and need the answer. The subject of email was, so you got the warning letter from SEBI, for which I have wrote to you few months ago. Email is as follow. Dear all, I have written email to you a few months ago requesting you to invite everybody and inform to the exchange about the conference call invitation. But all of you and the board of directors failed in compliance and failed in corporate governance. I am, as a common sense person, have understood this and wrote to you directly and not to SEBI. And it looks like that there is another common sense person who might have informed SEBI in August 2020 Yes, the SEBI letter refers to the date of August 21, 2020 conference call. So common sense person understand this, but you would take up to
मैडम मैं बताने तो बोल सकता हूँ
including perks and benefit, that a common employee of the Indiapur housing does not understand this common thing, and the board of directors get very hefty and high fee, but do not understand this common thing. I request all of you and the board of directors to resign immediately for failing to comply with the requirement and failing in corporate governance, and return the salary and other perks and fees taken from the company during the non-compliance period. I believe you are still doing one more non-compliance by not allowing shareholder to ask the question, and for which I have already emailed to you a couple of times. Please reply this email. I have not received the reply for this email. That's why I have to read out here in AGM. And last question, I would like to have a complete and unedited transcript of AGM for FY 1920 and also current AGM. I should have been answered by email, but you are not answered by email. That is why I have a right to ask this question and also this, to conduct the investigation. My questions are finished.
Thank you, Mr. Ramit Lal. We request our next speaker, Mr. Manjeet Singh, to kindly unmute your audio, switch on your webcam and speak.
हेलो
Hello.
हाँ जी आवाज आ रही है चेयरमैन सर मेरी आपके पास
Sir, you are
Hello.
audible. Kindly proceed with your question. Thank you.
हाँ जी मॉडरेटर बोल रहे हैं मैं कह रहा हूँ चेयरमैन सर पे आवाज जा रही है मेरी मैंने तो ये पूछा है
आपकी
सर आ रही है मेरी आवाज
आपकी आवाज आ
हाँ जी,
रही है
ठीक है।
मंजीत सिंह जी।
सुभाष जी नमस्कार जी नमस्कार
नमस्कार।
आदरणीय सुभाष जी नमस्कार
प्लीज
आपके शेयर ने 2 साल में जो वैल्यू दी है कोविड-19 जब शुरू हुआ था इंडिया के अंदर मार्च के जब शेयर के रेट जिस तरह से गिरे थे उस हिसाब से कवरिंग अच्छी करी है आपकी कंपनी ने। लेकिन मेरा आपसे ये कहना है कि अगर आपकी इस शेयर के अंदर प्रमोटर होल्डिंग कुछ बढ़े तो जो ये थपेड़े आते हैं कभी मार्केट गिरने में तो हमारा शेयर थोड़ा स्तंभ की तरह खड़ा रहेगा। तब आप प्रमोटर होल्डिंग बढ़ाइए क्योंकि प्रमोटर होल्डिंग आपकी काफी कम है इसमें, इसको एक तरफ आप जरूर ध्यान दीजिए। और सर मेरा ये कहना है कि जैसे आपने HDFC के साथ टाई किया है या बैंक ऑफ बड़ौदा से किया है ये अच्छी बात है, इसमें हमारा व्यापार बढ़ता है बिजनेस बढ़ता है इससे। लेकिन अगर फॉरेन इन्वेस्टमेंट भी अगर लाएंगे पिछले साल कोविड के दौरान से लेकर अब तक जो है फॉरेन इन्वेस्टमेंट हमारे देश में काफी आई है, तो हम अगर डायरेक्ट बाहर से कोई अपना साझीदार ढूंढेंगे जैसे अभी हमारी PSU कंपनी के नाम से एक हाउसिंग फाइनेंस है उन्होंने एक टाई अप किया है और उनके शेयर के रेट में अच्छी बढ़ोतरी हुई है, शेयर होल्डरों को काफी फायदा हुआ है उससे। थोड़ा आप जो है वर्ल्ड वाइड दौड़ने की कोशिश करें और अपना पार्टनर उसमें ढूंढें तो ज्यादा अच्छा रहेगा। और अभी हमारे साहब ने जो अपनी ग्रेवेंस रखी ये जो आपकी कॉर्पोरेट गवर्नेंस वगैरह फेल, ये सच्चाई है इस चीज की, क्योंकि आपके जो सेक्रेटरी साहब बैठे हैं ना ये अमित जैन, इनका प्रदर्शन कभी आपने संतूर होटल की फिजिकल मीटिंगों में देखा हो, इनकी कोशिश यही रहती थी कि कोई शेयर होल्डर बोले ही ना, जो बोले अब मैं आपको क्या बोलूं सभ्य बातें नहीं है। ये अमित जैन जी का प्रदर्शन बहुत ही हल्का रहा है। आपके जो डायरेक्टरों के ऊपर जो छींटे पड़ रहे हैं इसमें आपके सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट का पूरा रोल है। आप इनका प्रदर्शन देखिए और जितनी आप इनको तनख्वाह दे रहे हैं इतने में तो और अच्छे CS भी मिल जाएंगे आपको, क्योंकि इन्हीं के कारण आपके ऊपर छींटे पड़ रहे हैं। हमारा सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट जो होता है कमजोर होता है मैडम, तो उसी की वजह से जो है बड़े साहब के जो होते हैं जो ये डायरेक्टर होते हैं उनके ऊपर छींटे जाते हैं। सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट की कमी है जो इनके ऊपर छींटे जा रहे हैं। CSR एक्टिविटी में जो किया आपने अच्छा किया है, बाकी हम NCR में हमारी कंपनी रही है और एक चीज का इफेक्ट आपको नजर आए होगा कि ऑक्सीजन सिलेंडरों की जो कमियां रही हैं और ऑक्सीजन एक चीज और कंट्रैक्टर जो होता है उसके बारे में थोड़ा कंपनी अगर थोड़ा कराती, अगर आने वाले टाइम में ऑक्सीजन कंट्रैक्टर के बारे में कुछ सोचते हैं आप करवाने की, तो मेरी आपसे रिक्वेस्ट है कि आप जो है उसके जो सर्विस कॉन्ट्रैक्ट जरूर लेना उसमें साथ में, क्योंकि चीजें दान भी दी जाती हैं, सब कुछ होता है। जब कम समय पर काम उनका लेना होता है तब वो काम नहीं कर पाती। आप अगर कोई भी चीज अगर CSR एक्टिविटी में प्रोवाइड करवाते हैं कहीं दान देने के लिए, तो आप उसका सर्विस कॉन्ट्रैक्ट के साथ जरूर करवाइए इस काम में, क्योंकि आपने कहा जी हमने एम्प्लॉइज को वैक्सीन कराई, ये तो प्रोसीजर पूरे ऑल इंडिया बेस पर चल रहा है। इसमें मतलब आप अगर अपना कोई नाम ले रहे हैं और अपना बिल्ला टांग रहे हैं, तो आप इसमें गलती कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि वैक्सीनेशन का काम तो वैसे ही PM फंड की तरफ से चल रहा है। आप पता नहीं क्यों पैसा अपना खराब कर रहे हैं, समझ से बाहर है। आपको किसने राय दी है? वैक्सीन के बारे में तो सरकार जागरूक है, अपना ऑनलाइन अप्लाई करो, अगले दिन वैक्सीन लग जाती है। पता नहीं आप अपना पैसा क्यों खराब कर रहे हैं। शायद कोई दवा कंपनियों से आपको कमीशन मिलनी है, जो आप डायरेक्ट उनसे खरीद कर वैक्सीन लगवा रहे हैं और अपना पैसा खराब कर रहे हैं। हाँ जी, ये आप गलत कर रहे हैं बिल्कुल। बाकी एक शेयर होल्डर ने हमारे जैसे बताया है कि शेयर होल्डरों को कुछ प्रमोट करना चाहिए उसके बारे में, लोन के बारे में, वो उनकी बात हमें अच्छी लगी। बाकी तो मैं कह रहा हूँ जी, पूरा एक आप सर्टिफिकेट ही दे दो जी एक शेयर होल्डर को कमीशन एजेंट के रूप में, कि आपके पास वो ग्राहक लेकर आए, क्योंकि आप बाहर भी तो एजेंट रखते ही हैं। तो ये एक सुझाव है मेरा आपसे। थैंक यू।
Thank you. Now I request our next speaker, Mr. Rakesh Kumar Singh, to kindly unmute your audio, switch on your webcam and ask your question, please. Thank you. Mr. Rakesh Kumar Singh, we request you to kindly unmute your audio, switch on your webcam and speak. Mr. Rakesh?
Audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Okay, thank you.
Bhutani?
All of you. Hello.
Mr. Rakesh, you are audible. Kindly proceed with
Yes.
your question.
Yes. I have two questions. First, I would like to know the roadmap of next 5 to 10 years, roadmap plan targets for next 5 to 10 years. And second is from in 2018, some news have come about the company, and from that time, share prices were falling from about 1400 to about 250 rupees. It fell, and in COVID situation, it even fell to below 100 rupees. So now it recovered to about 250 rupees, 250 rupees, but now it is not regaining. I would like to know if that problem was solved or not. What was the bad news? I would like to know from the board of directors. And have we solved that issue or not? Okay, thank you.
Thank you,
These
Mr.
are two
Rakesh.
questions from my side.
Thank you, Mr. Rakesh. Now I request.
Moderator, for a moment, I think Mr. Bhutani is trying intermittently. You can inform him that at the end, we will try to again give him the, opportunity.
Sure, sir. So our next speaker is Mr. Santosh Bhutani. We request you to kindly unmute your audio, switch on your webcam and speak.
Chairman sir, board member and management team. First of all, I would like to thank the management for giving me an opportunity in this platform. Sir, कहते हैं कि बुजुर्गों ने शेरों को भी सिखाया है खामोश रहना, क्योंकि उनको एहसास है कि दहाड़ कर कार्य नहीं किया जा सकता। बहुत सारी क्या हमारी कंपनी जो कहा है उसको जामा भी पहुंचाया है। हमारी मैनेजमेंट बेहतरीन मैनेजमेंट और हमारी जो कंपनी आगे जो दिशा चल रही है, कैबिनेट को एसेट क्वालिटी को लेकर मैंने जो कदम उठाए हैं वो बहुत ही सराहनीय है। जो ये दशा है कि मैनेजमेंट बहुत ट्रांसपेरेंसी रखती है अपने काम में और इन्वेस्टर के हितों को भी ध्यान रखती है। मैं ये भी समझता हूं कि कमाई प्रॉफिट इज इम्पोर्टेंट बट एम्प्लॉय सेफ्टी इज आल्सो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। उस दिशा में भी मैनेजमेंट ने कारगर कदम उठाए हैं। साथ साथ एक इसमें जो 1.5 साल से जो मुश्किलों में दौर रहा है, महामारी के कारण, रिकवरी में आई रुकावटों के कारण और अन्य कई कारणों के कारण वंश हमारी जो थोड़ी सी पटरी से गाड़ी उतरी थी, अब मैनेजमेंट ने तूफानी दौर में भी अपनी किस्ती को आगे बढ़ा है। हमें नजर आ रहा है जहां पिछले साल हम जब बैठे थे तो शेयर हमारा लगभग 90 के आसपास, आज 300 के आसपास है। अभी आसमान उड़ान काफी बाकी है। हम अपने शेयर से बहुत उम्मीद रखते हैं। हालांकि ये जो पैरामीटर नहीं है, मैनेजमेंट की जो वर्किंग है डिपेंड करती है, वो बेहतरीन है। हमारा शेयर जहां तक हमारे सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट कंपनी सेक्रेटरी हैं, एक बेहद प्रोफेशनल कंपनी सेक्रेटरी देखे गए हैं। कोई क्वेरी हो, कोई दिक्कत हो, अनपेड डिविडेंड को लेके हो या कोई एजुकेशन फंड में जो जा रहा हो, उसके ऊपर बहुत तेजी से काम किया है। कार्बी को बहुत सख्त निर्देश देते हुए कोई भी काम पेंडिंग नहीं रखा। मुझे इस चीज की बेहद खुशी है। सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट में पूरी टीम डिपार्टमेंट में तारीफी काबिल है सर। चेयरमैन सर, कुछ चंद सवाल इन्वेस्टर के मन में आते हैं ये कि अब जो है इस मौजूदा हालात में हमारा मार्जिन रेंज क्या रहेगा, मैनेजमेंट एक्सपेंशन, नोटिफाई और एक्विजिशन का कोई प्लान रहेगा आने वाले टाइम में, और कैश जनरेशन हम जो है कदम आगे उठाएंगे। कई कंपनियां हमने देखा है, पीरामल ने जैसे एनसीडी लाई है और कंपनियां टाटा भी लाई थी, टाटा कैपिटल भी एनसीडी लाई थी। क्या इस दिशा में भी हम विचार कर रहे हैं? बजाज फाइनेंस भी बता के वो भी ला रही है। इन चीजों को देखते हुए चेयरमैन सर, हम ये समझते हैं कि हमारी मैनेजमेंट इस दिशा में कारगर कदम उठाए और इन्वेस्टर की जो वैल्यू, शेयर होल्डर की वैल्यू बढ़े, वैल्यू क्रिएशन रोड मैप अच्छे से मजबूती से आगे बढ़े, ये हमारी आपसे निवेदन है। मैं संतोष बुटानी, सुरेश बुटानी, एक मिनट, सुरेश बुटानी जी बोलेंगे सर।
Sir, my name is Bhutani. I give all the details in your email ID. You can check on answer and reply all things in detail. Thank you so much.
सर, हमें थोड़ी सी नेटवर्क में दिक्कत आ रही थी, इसलिए हम 3 मेंबर हैं जहाँ बैठे हैं, थोड़ी दिक्कत आ रही थी और अपने वो मौका दिया सर दोबारा से जुड़ने का। और मैं इन शुभकामनाओं के साथ मैनेजमेंट की टीम को, क्रिटिकल टीम को, कोऑर्डिनेटर टीम को बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया, तहे दिल से धन्यवाद, बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं। नमस्कार सर और मेंबर्स एंड मैनेजमेंट टीम। थैंक यू वेरी मच सर।
Now I request our next speaker shareholder, Mr. Sarvajit Singh, to kindly unmute your audio, switch on your webcam and speak.
Hello, can you hear my voice?
Yes, sir, you're audible. Kindly proceed with your question.
Chairman sir, first of all, so good morning to you and all the staff of the Indiabulls Housing Limited. Chairman साहब, हम तो यही चाहेंगे कि आपकी जो मीटिंग है वो फिजिकली ना हो, वो इसी तरीके से हो, क्योंकि सर आपकी जो फिजिकल मीटिंग होती है उसके अंदर सर आप तो सर आज तक आए नहीं सर, आपका कोई भी स्टाफ, आप सेक्रेटरी, आप चाहे चेयरमैन साहब हो चाहे डायरेक्टर साहब हो सर, हमने आज तक सर किसी को भी नहीं देखा सर एजीएम में। और सर जो कि सर एजीएम का माहौल होता है वो सर एक बार अगर आप खुद आके देखे तो आप सर खुद सोचेंगे कि शेयर होल्डर लोगों को आप डराने के लिए मीटिंग कराते हो या अपनी मीटिंग को सक्सेसफुल कराने के लिए मीटिंग कराते हो। और सर जो शेयर का प्राइस है वो सर मैं मानता हूँ पिछले थोड़े दिनों में फिर भी ऊपर चला गया है, पर सर जो इसका हाई हुआ करता था तकरीबन 1500-1600 के लगभग सर, उसके मुकाबले तो आज भी 300 रुपए का ही शेयर है। बाकी सर हम तो सिर्फ एक ही चीज चाहेंगे, ये आपके सिर्फ रजिस्ट्रार की जो मेहनत है जिसने आज आपकी मीटिंग को एक एक शेयर होल्डर को बोलने का मौका दिया है, ये सर आज तक कभी फिजिकल मीटिंग में हुआ ही नहीं क्यों सर, वो तो आप जो मीटिंग कराते हो, आप एक बार आगे तो देखो कि उस मीटिंग में हो क्या रहा है। आप लोगों को सर कोई लेना देना ही नहीं होता मीटिंग में कि हो क्या रहा है, क्या हो रहा है, क्या हम जाके वेन्यू पे देखे भी कि क्या माहौल है वहां पर, क्या माहौल नहीं है। इस बात को सर जरूर गौर किया जाए। और सर एक बारी फिजिकल मीटिंग हो तो एक बारी आके खुद आके वहां माहौल देखिए सर, वहां का माहौल क्या है, बैठने का मौका दीजिए सर। एक बारी आमने सामने। भारी भेज देते हैं वो, तो अंदर आने ही नहीं देते। उनको पता है कि अगर ये अंदर आएंगे तो अंदर ये क्वेश्चन पूछेंगे और उन्हें वो क्वेश्चनों से खतरा लगता है। इसलिए सर हम तो यही चाहेंगे कि एक बारी फिजिकल मीटिंग हो और आमने सामने सर आपसे मिलना चाहेंगे। थैंक यू सर।
Thank you, Mr. Sarvajit. Now I request Ms. Swarnalata to kindly unmute your audio, switch on your webcam and speak. Ms. Swarnalata, we request you to kindly proceed with your question. Thank you. Ms. Swarnalata, we are not getting your audio. Sir, there is no response received. We'll proceed with our next speaker shareholder. I request Ms. Vasudha Vikas Dhakwe to kindly unmute your audio, switch on your webcam and speak.
Hello.
Hello. Madam, you are audible. Kindly proceed with your question. Thank you.
Thank you. Very good morning, respected Chairman Sir, Board of Directors and my fellow shareholders, myself Vasudha from Thane. I would like to congratulate our Company Secretary and team for sending me the soft copy of the report well in advance, which itself is clear and transparent. I would like to ask, what is the impact of COVID-19 on our current employee, those who are working from home, as well as those who are on casual and contract basis? Are you applying them any layoff policy or any other benefits you are giving to them? Further, I would like to ask, our latest disaster in our Konkan area, can you afford any help to them in Chiploon and some other native places? With this, I support all the resolution. Thank you very much and wish the company all the best for coming years. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I request our next speaker, Mr. Vinod Motilal Agarwal, to kindly unmute your audio, switch on your webcam and speak.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. You are audible. Kindly proceed with your question. Thank you.
Respected Chairman Mundraji, our young and dynamic MD and CEO, Mr. Gagan Bangaji, our Company Secretary Ajay Mittal, and our Amit Jain, and the CFO Mukesh Jain, and our Executive Director Ajit Mittalji. Welcome to and regards to you also. Sir, my 2 or 3 observations from the balance sheet, from the annual report, sir. Sir, our company has been penalized on 2 accounts, sir. One, 3.45 lakh. Every penny counts in this thing. Penalized by the company for any reason is not a good governance sign. So 3.45 lakhs and 20.65 lakhs has been penalized. It has been mentioned on page 54 in the secretarial audit report. Now, what was this penalties that we have to bear for? We should know penalties are not signed for a company. Sir, Sir, RBI has taken over the supervisory rights from NHB earlier. So now, is it positive for our company, or it will be having a little more negative effects on our company? I think that they've restricted dividend payments also by Housing Finance Company, RBI has. So will we be able to receive our continuous dividend that we've been receiving earlier, and will that be impacted? Sir, I've been going through your balance sheet. through a lot of pages, but I've not been able to get through. What was the loan disbursed in the year 2021? What was the loan signed in the year 2021? The number of proposals that have been accepted by the company on the SME front and on the SME MSME front and on the housing loan front, sir. I'd like to know, because this has on going through the balance sheet, I've not been able to get through this. Yes, sir. One second, sir. Sir, I'm happy that our company has done a very good CSR activity. We've spent about 77 crore rupees, out of which 21 crore have been given to the Prime Minister's Fund. We have got 43 Jan Swasthya Kalyan vans, which give door-to-door health care services to the poor people. And we formed the retail focused asset-light model 2080. This is also a very good sign. This will reduce our own balance sheet funding, and it will go to the HDFCs and Punjab banks and the Bank of Baroda. So now it will be a good sign. So we have opened 15 new branches in tier 3 and 4 locations. So now how much total branches that we have in all over the country, I would like to know. And what is the amount of business which has been generated from these tier 3 as a percentage of the total businesses? The last year was pandemic year. The profits were down. The NPAs are there. It is understandable. Now we are coming back into growth trajectory, and I hope this will be, and we'll come back to our previous glories also. I wish the company all the best. Signing off from Mumbai, Vinod Agarwal.
Thank you, Mr. Vinod Agarwal. We'll come back to Ms. Swarnalata. We request you to kindly unmute your audio and.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you're audible, sir. Kindly proceed with your question.
I'm Rishabh, speaking on behalf of Ms. Swarnalata from Delhi. So first of all, I would like to congratulate the entire management, along with the chairman, CEO, vice chairman, and all the board of directors for this AGM. And also thank you for giving me the opportunity to put forward my doubt. So I have one question that coming into the pre-COVID levels, what are the future plans of our company for providing this thing, better housing finance to the increasing aspirations of the people of India? Second, I want to ask that how has the lower growth of real estate and all the other businesses impacted the incomes of our country, the incomes and entire business of our company? And so what are the plans of the company to mitigate such effects in the future if we have, let's say, another COVID and such type of situations? How will the company deal with such situations in the future? And one more thing which I wanted to ask is that, what has been the amount of, let's say, the bad loans and other things during these COVID levels and things like this, interest repayment not happening, like interest on interest payment not happening? How has the company dealt with this thing, bad loans and these type of loans? And how the company plans to deal with this in the future? Lastly, I want to ask that is the company planning to give any bonus share to the shareholders also, and any other type of benefit in the company business to its shareholders? Thank you. Thank you again for giving me the opportunity to put forward my questions.
Thank you. So thank you, sir. With this, we complete all the speakers who have enrolled themselves as speakers for the session. I hand over the session back to you, Chairman, sir. Thank you.
Thanks, Madam Moderator. I thank all members for expressing their views and asking questions. And now request Mr. Gagan Banga, Vice Chairman, to respond to these observations and reply to these questions. Over to you, Mr. Banga.
Thank you, sir. Thank you to all the shareholders who asked us questions, and thank you for your kind words and your feedback, including some very candid feedback, which as the CEO of the company, I take on record, and I will make sure that all your feedback is immediately acted on. I also appreciate the suggestion made by Mr. Ajay Jain about loans to shareholders being offered at a concessional rate. I will certainly take this up with the relevant committee and make my personal suggestion to the relevant committee. And I hope that we are able to pass on this benefit. We will certainly have a specific product category for our shareholders. We will work on the details and put it up on our website over the next few weeks. On Mrs. Elizabeth's queries around share of yield home loans, other certifications, a number of borrowers who got benefit of ex gratia payment, and other very specific queries. Since today's AGM is more pertaining to handling of specific agenda items, I will work with my team and with Karvi and revert back to you with on the specific data points over email, on the email which is there in Karvi's records. Mr. Kanakia seemed extremely upset and angry. So, Mr. Kanakia, I would like to apologize to you if you've felt that we have made it inconvenient for you to answer questions during investor calls. I would like to request you to please appreciate that, be it any investor call or forum, there is generally a restricted time, and the company's endeavor is to take as many questions as possible in that restricted time. I will work with our bankers who help us organize these calls to try and expand the time which is allocated for such calls, such that more questions can get asked. I cannot guarantee that all questions of all stakeholders will be answered, but it will certainly be my endeavor to make sure that more questions are asked. I would also like to assure you that the company's risk management practices are fairly robust, and all kinds of loans are reviewed by the competent authority from time to time. Therefore, please be assured that all loans, be it secured or unsecured loans, are consistently being reviewed, and appropriate action, if required, is also being taken. There is no loan which is left uncovered. I'm not personally aware as to where is the transcript available for fiscal 21 or fiscal 20 AGM. I'm sure they would be available with Karvi, and I will advise KFin to make that available to you. As far as compliance to SEBI guidelines are concerned, the company is fairly compliant on all guidelines. From time to time, inadvertently, if some compliance is left out and it is pointed to us by the regulator, it is our duty to abide by such compliance, and we will ensure that knowingly there is no non-compliance which is done by the company. We've taken on record SEBI's letter and taken whatever corrective action was required from us. It was already being done, but we have further strengthened the compliance around this particular direction. Mr. Singh, you suggested that we look for a foreign investor. Foreign investors are already shareholders of the company. I take your point on record, and during the next capital raise of the company, it will be our endeavor, much like our qualified institutional placement in fiscal.
चेयरमैन सर, मैं शेयर होल्डिंग के बारे में नहीं बात कर रहा, मैं इन्वेस्ट
during the QIP that the company did of $100 million, it was largely subscribed by foreign investors.
चेयरमैन सर, आपने
we will continue to remain engaged with foreign investors, and at an appropriate time, if a preferential allotment is to be done or any other form of capital raise is to be done, then we will come back to shareholders, including you, Mr. Manjeet Singh, for your permission to go ahead with the preferential allotment. It is the obvious choice for the company also to have a strong foreign institution as our partner. Your other suggestion that the company should look at expenditure or whatever donation it makes in the corporate CSR activities, it should make sure that the service contracts are taken. That is also taken on record, and I will work with the relevant team to make sure that not only do we donate, we continue to monitor the end use of our donation and that it is being put to effective use. Mr. Singh, Rakesh Singh, on your two queries around roadmap for the next 5 to 10 years. The business roadmap is very clear. We will continue to focus on our asset-light strategy. As I read out in my comments, this year, which is fiscal 22, is a year where we will focus on growing our retail disbursals, and that practice will continue through fiscal 23 and beyond. It will be inappropriate for the company to be giving forward-looking guidance, and I would not like to breach any such regulation. But the endeavor of the company directionally is over the next 3 to 5 years to grow our retail disbursal platform, for which we have done tie-ups with HDFC Limited, Ratnakar Bank, and other banks. We will continue to grow our asset-light strategy, and I'm quite confident that we should be able to start growing our loans assets under management from next financial year. The bad news that you referred to in fiscal 18-19, that bad news was essentially spread by some blackmailers who were trying to blackmail the company. Fortunately, the company took stern action and those blackmailers were put behind bars. The company also worked with all of our regulators, including the National Housing Bank, the Reserve Bank of India, etc. And we've gone through several inspections. All the inspections and audits have been concluded, and nothing adverse of significance has been found aside of operational lapses. So I'm glad that the company is in a position to put all of this behind it and focus on its work. I would like to use this opportunity to thank all the shareholders who have stood by us while these blackmailers were busy trying to malign and disturb the company and its management. Mr. Bhutani and other members who were with you, thank you for your questions. The company at this point in time is not looking at any acquisition opportunity. We would like to focus on our asset-light strategy around and continue to remain extremely liquid. The point and the feedback around a public issue, which was done by some of our peers, has been noted. I will work with the relevant team to see if the market is appropriately placed for a public issue to be done by Indiabulls Housing. And at an appropriate stage, we will certainly explore this option for raising further resources. We have, as management, always believed in diversifying the sources of our funds. We've also done public issues in the past very successfully. I'm quite sure this is a good option, and I can assure you that your feedback will be taken most seriously, and we will consider this option at an appropriate time at the earliest. On Mr. Sarabji's feedback around physical AGMs, etc., Mr. Sarabji, I would like to apologize to you if you feel that you were put through any inconvenience during a physical AGM. I would like to also assure you that I will be personally present in the next physical AGM along with most of the board members. And I will personally answer any query of yours like I am doing so today. As the CEO of the company, it is my job to ensure that all shareholders get an opportunity to attend the AGM virtually or physically as and when whatever is possible. And it will be my endeavor to make sure that the physical AGM is made as convenient as possible. On your other point around share price, unfortunately, the management and the board does not control the stock market. Our job as management is to execute to the best of our abilities. As directors on the board, our job is also to guide the wider management team to be able to do its job and to give an appropriate direction to the company. I am glad, as I shared in my comments, on the way that the company has been able to weather a very difficult fiscal 21, in which not only was the economic environment disturbed, there was also a pandemic. And I'm quite hopeful that as the business progresses in fiscal 22 and beyond, the stock price will be an outcome of that, and the stock price will also start reflecting better the business fundamentals of the company, which are improving every day. As management, we will stay focused on making sure that the business fundamentals continue to improve. Ms. Vasudha spoke about the impact of COVID on our employees. I thank you for supporting all the resolutions, ma'am. We have tried to support our employees to the maximum extent possible. And I have outlined some of the steps that we have taken to support our employees. We will continue to stand by them through the course of this pandemic as it gets resolved and even beyond. Historically, the company has been extremely supportive of its employees, and we will continue to support them in whatever extent possible. On Mr. Agarwal's point on the penalties, the necessary disclosures were made, and these penalties imposed by the regulators were for operational lapses. There was which occur in day-to-day running of the company. We have taken on record and are working hard to make sure that the same operational lapses are not repeated. And the management is completely seized of trying to improve its business functioning. The dividend policy of the company now is not only going to be an outcome of the decision of the board or the shareholders, it will be also governed by the RBI policy around dividend payout by non-bank finance companies and HFCs. Within those guidelines, it will be our endeavor to pay out whatever maximum we can. Even in a tough year, the company has proposed to the shareholders to approve the dividend payout, which has already happened, of 9 rupees. It has been our stated policy as management to try and give maximum possible dividend, and we will continue to do so within the applicable regulations, both accounting regulations as well as listing regulations of the MCA, as well as now the regulations proposed by RBI. The specific data around loans disbursed in various in case there is a resurgence of COVID or any other such emergency. I'm glad that we have taken a cautious approach and we have already created large provisions. The company's management will remain cautious and will continue to invest in provisions. which these provisions have allowed us to provide for bad loans. We have one of the highest coverage around provisions of overall loans as well as bad loans. And as directed by the Honorable Supreme Court as well as the Reserve Bank of India, the interest on interest has already been refunded, not only by us, but I'm sure by other NBFCs also. And the same compliance has been reported to the regulator. The company's management is always seized with how to continue to reward shareholders. I've already outlined that we will try and reward shareholders by giving a concessional rate. We will work and come back on that product. We have been paying dividends for the last 13 to 14 years. It will be my endeavor to also see what other benefits are possible to be passed on within the given regulations. Whatever is possible, we will certainly propose it to the relevant competent authority to approve and for us to be able to give the benefit to shareholders. Lastly, I would like to thank all the shareholders for participating. If inadvertently I have left out any question of anyone, please feel free to write to us on Investor Relations. The relevant ID has been provided on our website. And I look forward to receiving your support on all the resolutions. Now I hand back the AGM to our company secretary to proceed with the rest of the proceedings.
Thank you, sir. Sir, we need to now close this Q&A session.
Yes.
Yeah, I hand over the proceedings to Mr. Chairman.
Yes. Since Mr. Gagan Banga, Vice Chairman of the company, has responded to most of the questions, and wherever specific detailed information were sought, he has also assured the member that the same would be sent separately. So with this, I think we now close the question and answer session. And I would now invite the members who have not yet cast their votes to do so through the e-voting facility provided to them, which will remain open for 30 minutes from now. And with this, now I declare the meeting closed. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being with us today and for your ongoing confidence in the company. I wish all to stay healthy and safe.